The photos from it with the Samsung ISOCELL sensor, the 64 megapixel sensor, they come out really, really good, and they come out excellent with gcam. I just came back from a lovely motorcycle trip with a good buddy of mine. We took our big bikes down the coast of Vietnam to Son Son Beach and then Thanh Hoa, just to kind of get out of the city, drink a few beers, enjoy some local seafood. And he brought his brand new cell phone, which turned out to be the Redmi Note 9 Pro, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. And here's 5 things I learned about getting to play with his device and kind of use his device for 48 hours. Now, number 5 is that 8 gigabytes of RAM and an SD card really make a big difference to the average consumer. And even to like a power user that uses their phone a lot, being able to have expandable storage and storage that's accessible, even if you water damage your phone, they're things that people care about. Next is having more RAM allows you to keep more applications in memory, and that means opening applications happens faster for your recently used applications. And Xiaomi gives you another feature that you can pin those applications open, so essentially those applications are always opening out of RAM, and thus you get the fastest overall user experience. Can I fit on this slide? Ooh, 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 we're definitely getting squeezed in here. The next thing I learned is that gaming on the Redmi Note 9 Pro is actually a pretty good experience. My friend's not a huge mobile gamer, but he plays Black Desert Mobile pretty regularly, and watching him load that up, fire it up and start playing, it didn't load the fastest. Obviously my Poco F2 Pro would have loaded it faster, but the overall experience to like starting to load the game, playing it, him having all of the settings on high settings and still having a good user experience means that we can game pretty well on a Snapdragon 720G. It certainly looks like a storm is coming. Nice rain clouds. Now, the third thing that I learned from getting to see him use the phone, getting to use the phone myself, the fingerprint scanner, the old school non-in-display fingerprint scanner is great. It's super fast, it's super accurate. More importantly than fast and accurate, it's consistent, meaning you pick the device up, your finger falls in the natural place, and it reads it instantly. Just to show you guys an example of the fingerprint scanner on my Poco F2 Pro. What's up, little kid? Just to show you guys an example of it right here. Just that little stutter would never happen on the Redmi Note 9 Pro because there's a physical place to put your finger. It's that simple. The next one, guys, is battery life. The Redmi Note 9 Pro, ooh, doggy cam. Aw, cute dog. The Redmi Note 9 Pro has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, coupled with a Snapdragon 720. My friend is steadily getting 2 days of battery life, charging his phone up to 90%, never up to 100% because he's part of the Never Charge Your Phone All the Way Club, never letting his phone get below 10%. He's getting 2 full days of usage, including mobile gaming, messaging apps, Facebook, general usage. So you guys who are power users that need a device to just get you the best battery life possible and performance is a secondary, this might be a 12 to 13 hour screen on time device, especially if you're using it indoors where the screen doesn't have to be as bright. Oh, shit. Okay, that felt like it was gonna break. What was the other one I was on last time? Here it is. This is the one. This is my buddy. Another thing I noticed is that because of the 33 watt charger that comes included with the Redmi Note 9 Pro, he's able to charge the device from 0 to 100% in real world wise because he's not charging it up past 90, 95%. and the device is never below 10%. Real world use, it's taking him about an hour to charge the device fully to last him 2 days. Another thing I noticed when using his charger with the device is that, and I don't know why this is, and it could be that the battery of the Redmi Note 9 Pro is wider and thinner than the cell in my Poco F2 Pro, but even using that high wattage charger, the same one that comes with my phone, the device was still relatively cool. And in many cases, it felt much cooler than the battery on this. I don't know why, both the devices are metal and glass, but just something I noticed. A fat kid broke the swing, but that wasn't me, I promise. Now, the last and final thing that I learned about the Redmi Note 9 Pro is that gcam works. I'm working on a full kind of review of this device. I haven't finished it yet, with sample images and all kinds of stuff, and you'll be able to download the sample images, look at them yourself, and that will all be on my website. If you guys want to see that, subscribe to my channel. But the photos from it with the Samsung ISOCELL sensor, the 64 megapixel sensor, they come out really, really good, and they come out excellent with gcam. The cameras on this device are really quite similar in focal length to what we have on the Poco F2 Pro, being an ultra wide, a wide, and then a macro along with a depth sensor. It's the same kind of bullshit mediocre camera array that we have, but these are Samsung sensors because Samsung sensors are cheaper. But the image quality itself on these was excellent. It was fantastic. And I hope you guys subscribe for the upcoming review on this device, or my 48 hours with it. I'm putting in a lot of work, and I took a lot of footage of that device this weekend for you guys, and I'm really excited for that. Now, one other bonus thing that I learned about this device that I don't know exactly how I feel, but after using it with stock Xiaomi global firmware and the stock launcher not having a app drawer, little tweaks that I have in Xiaomi EU, if you buy one of these devices and you care about those little things, just put Xiaomi EU on it. Just unlock your bootloader, but there's not a whole lot of bloat. I didn't see any advertisements in it from the time that I used it, and I hope that you guys appreciate this kind of hands-on. Till next time, peace. We got a sunset right now. We are going to do some comparison shots with the Redmi Note 9 Pro, gcam versus stock, and we're also going to do a gcam comparison on the Redmi Note 9 Pro versus the Poco F2 Pro. So let's go ahead and shoot some pictures.